interesting to see how this external mic works on the freeway at 75 miles an hour. Now that I've figured out what to do, it works better than the internal mics. Boy, for a while there, I was sure having trouble with the external mic. Yeah, I think I'll just go south for a while.
All right, let's go.
This is what we used to call Cordis Junction. Now everybody calls it Cordis Lakes. There's no lakes out here. Or just Cordis. But it was on the maps and everything when I first started coming over here. It was Cordis Junction. Okay, here we are at 75 miles an hour. We'll see what it sounds like. State Police, Department of Public Services, or more commonly referred to as DPS, just past and he's checking, make sure nobody's going too fast. Might be looking for drug runners too. Well, they do most of that up on I-40. But they do get some drug runners coming up from Phoenix or Tucson up into northern Arizona. Now we're going to start a rapid descent in elevation. Harley-Davidson Road. Nice name, huh? Hope those cars are all secure. There's another auto carrier. I can promise you I'm not going all the way to Phoenix. truck's going to pass another truck. So feeble, you can't hardly hear it at these speeds. I'll honk at people. I bet I can yell louder than my horn. Honk! Honk! I'll get off there, and since this guy's been behind me for a while, now he's past me, maybe I should get into the right lane as soon as I get around this truck. Point. When I had boats and would go down here to Lake Pleasant and go fishing, I would always stop at Sunset Point on the way back, usually because I took one of my dogs with me, and if I wasn't watching him closely, when we get back into the cove where the boat launch dock was, he'd jump out of the boat. He didn't really like being in the boat. He'd jump out thinking he could swim faster and get out. But he couldn't swim very well, and a couple of times he did that. I had to hold on to his collar. I couldn't pull him up into the boat until I got over by the, well, I didn't pull him back into the boat. When I got over to the dock, I'd tie up on the opposite side of the boat to the dock, holding on to him, reaching across the whole damn boat trying to get tied up. It was a pain. And then I'd just lift him up onto the dock, and then he'd be all wet, and I didn't want him in the cab of my truck, so I'd put him in the bed. Then by the time we got up here, he was always dried out, and so I'd let him back in. He didn't like being in the bed until I put a shell on it, then he didn't mind. Although I had two sliding windows, one in the back of the cab and one in the front of the shell, and I'd leave them. No, I had one sliding window. I took the glass window out of the front of the shell. That's what I did. And I had this rubber boot, rubber gasket, had it pushed up against the cab of the truck. And if I had that window open, he would be right there with his head and neck poking through the window. He would always be looking through that way and nuzzling me or licking me. And when I had both of my dogs in there, the other one wanted to poke through there too, but there wasn't room for both of them. And the bigger German Shepherd was always in there. If he'd step down to do something, then the other one would get in there, but then when he'd want back in there, he just pushed the other one out of the way. Well, I might as well use the restroom in there, so I gotta turn off the well, first I'm gonna go over here and show you the view. Take a look at this view first. This is really a nice view of the mountains over there. And then there's mountains over there, and mountains over there, and mountains back there, mountains everywhere. Well, we'll go over there too and look at that sundial. There's a couple of ranches down there. Look at those mountains. You can't really tell from here, but if you're on those, and they're all dirt roads back there, but if you're on those, it's all forested like it is around me. This is all green down here. They got quite a bit of rain too, I guess, to green it up. I'll go over there by that sundial. Mustache itching again. So is the bottom of my nose. Little chihuahua up there. I don't really like those kind of dogs. I mean, I don't want to hurt them, but although when I was a teenager, we had a couple that were, well, we had three. They were nice dogs, but so many other ones that I've encountered and other ones that my parents have had later were not. In fact, the last three that my parents had, you couldn't housebreak them. Ooh, it's getting a little warm in this jacket. If I go farther south, I'm going to be uncomfortable. I got no place to put it. I probably should have put my tour pack on because I can always put it in there, but I didn't. So let's see what time the sundial says it is and what time it really is. This site is dedicated to honor employees of the Arizona Department of Transportation who died while serving the citizens of the state of Arizona. Oh, this is a... Yeah. Well, no, it's not a law enforcement honor thing. The Department of Transportation, that's the road crews. Okay, let's see. Well, yeah, one. I've got 139. Well, that should be over this way. But it is on the one. Oh no, because by the time it gets here, that'll be 2, then 3, then 4, then 5. Yeah, okay. It's not like the hands of a clock. Yeah, okay, it's pretty close. And here's another view from here. I can't get over how green it is in February. Usually it's March before it starts greening up. But it's been a rather warm February overall. At least in the afternoon. Overnight, it's getting pretty cold. Although there's been many times when it's been a lot colder overnight than what it's been this year. Oh, there's cell towers. And now I gotta decide whether I'm gonna go back up north or continue going south. But I gotta go to the bathroom, so I gotta shut this off.